All right, everybody, here in Grand Rapids this weekend. We got 5 games scheduled. First one's against the Wisconsin Guardians. We played them last weekend. We had Erin Andrews commentating for us last weekend. She did a great job. I'm going to try to talk her into doing another game or 2 this weekend here. We'll see if she'll help us out. All right, starting the lineup. We'll have Rig Harris in net. We'll have George Bomer and Jack Hubbard starting at D. Holden Gentner center. Cam Cones right wing. And Jack Myers left wing. I think we're just missing one this weekend. Nixie Lukes is out of town, I believe. All right, face-off win to the Guardians. A quick 2-on-1 here. And nice save there from Harris. Hubbard feeds it up to Myers. Get it up to the blue line, but not out. Bomer's back with it and reverses back to Hubbard. Up to the blue line. Can't get it out. And early pressure here from the Guardians. Kind of hemmed us in our zone here since the puck dropped. And still not out of the zone. Just get it cleared. Nice. Hubbard feeds it over to Cones and he'll get it deep. We'll get a lane change. That almost snuck in, actually. We get Wolf and Albert come in at D. Signs, Vukevich, and Russo up front. Signs has it. Reverses and gets it over to Vukevich. And back to Wolf. Up to Vukevich. Down to Signs. And up to Wolf. Tries to get a shot off, but can't. And puck comes out of play. That'll be an offsides. All right, we'll keep Russo, Signs, Vukevich up front with Wolf and... Hubbard up to Bomer. Bomer transitions up to Gentner. Oh, man, caught the goalie off guard there. Barely got a piece of that one. We got Wolf and Albert back at D. And that's an icing. Back to Albert. And rebound, cleared down. That'll go for icing. Sorry, we've been having some technical difficulties here. Okay, all right, cool.
Well, at least on here it says yeah.
Okay.
I haven't gotten any text.
Nice save there from Harris. Okay, all right, cool. I was on the 15s channel at first, so I had to stop and switch over. And all right, that's offsides. All right, hopefully the stream is working for you guys. Still a 0-0 game, and if anyone wants to go back and watch the first couple minutes, it'll be uploaded after the game. All right, Bomer and Hubbard back at D. We'll have Wokevich, Russo, and Gentner up front. Pass up to Wokevich. Drops it back to Bomer. Sends it down into the corner. Kept in from Hubbard. Dumped back in. Hubbard puts it on net, just misses just wide. Stick there from Hubbard. And Bomer's got it behind the net. Moves it up to Luchansky. And dumps it in. We'll bring in Albert and Wolf back at D. We got Signs, Clausen, and Luchansky up front. Wolf moves it over to Albert. Albert dumps it in. Comes back to Albert, sends it up into the zone. We'll get Clausen go off, and Srovi comes on. Myers with it. Still comes up with it behind the net. Up the Signs. And Wolf keeps it in. We got I think a slash coming. Yep. All right, we'll be on the penalty kill. All right, we'll have Bomer and Hubbard in at D. We'll have Russo and Gentner up front trying to kill this off. Shot goes high. Nice one-timer shot there. Puck's out of the zone. All right, Russo dumps it in. Gentner chips it up the ice. That's going to go for an icing. Maybe no icing. All right, we bring in Wolf and Albert back at D. Wokevich and Myers up front. Nice one last pass there to Wokevich. Create a scoring opportunity. Can't get the shot off though. This penalty's almost over here. A couple more seconds. Kevich moves it up to Wolf. Wolf shot, deflects wide. Penalty's over. We'll get Signs joining on the ice again. We've got Luchansky, Signs, Combs up front right now. Puck comes out of play. All right, Albert's got it. Signs comes up with it. Shot goes wide. We get Bomer and Hubbard come in. Nice pass there from Cones to Gentner. And Hubbard keeps it in. Bomer's got it. Moves it back to Luchansky. Centers it to Gentner. It's still loose. And that's nice. Bring in Albert and Wolf at D, Myers at center, Clausen at left wing, Sorovi at right wing. Nice shot, stop there from Briggs. Oh, man. Ooh. Ooh. Bad deflection there. Luckily, no goal off of that. Stovey's got it. Gets it out of the zone. Russo's got it. Kevich over to Russo. Got Signs to his right. Shot goes wide. Kept in from Cones at the blue line. Drop the Signs. Gets it over to Bomer. Shot. Oh, man. Puck's out of play. Or not out of play, sorry, out of the zone. All right, over to Luchansky. Cones trying to dig it out. Puck's underneath someone down there. All right, Luchansky's got it. Gentner's down there with him. Puck gets dumped in. Ooh, that weird bounce there. Came right to Rig. He was ready for it. All right. Cones flips it up. He'll go off for a change. We've got Gentner, Sorovi, and Clausen out right now. Still Hubbard and Bomer back at D. Hubbard over to Bomer. Bomer's just going to send it out. Try to get a change. All right. Albert and Wolf come in at D. Signs Volkevich. Ooh, another nice stop there from Rig. Oh, no problem. All right, Albert and Wolf at D. Volkevich, Signs, Sorovi up front. Wolf's back with it, over to Albert, up to Sorovi, to Signs. He's got Volkevich to his right. Pass to Volkevich, shot on goal. All right, Sorovi's got it, sends it to Signs. Sorovi sends it up to Wolf. Shot from Wolf. Dip. Oh, off the post, it looks like. All right, Wisconsin dumps it in. Bomer over to Wolf. All right, we've got Myers, Cones, Russo up front right now. Russo comes up with it, gets it out. That'll go for an icing though. Oh, no, gets waved off. All right, so Bomer and Hubbard in at D. Cones, Myers, Russo up front. Cones with it, quick shot on net, goalie stops it. About a minute and a half left here to play in the first. Couple good scoring chances from both teams so far this period, evenly matched. Hubbard dumps it in. Cones. Oh, Myers has it back to Bomer. Shot. Puck's loose. Hubbard keeps it in. We got about a minute left to play here in the first. All right, Gentner gets it deep. We'll go for a change otherwise. We've got Albert and Wolf come in at D. We've got Gentner, Luchansky, and Volkevich up front. That's offsides. First period almost over here. We'll keep Albert and Wolf in at D. Volkevich comes up with the puck and he gets it deep. Luchansky and Gentner, the other forwards. See if we get a chance to get one shot off here. We don't. Wisconsin's bringing it in. And Rigg stops it at the buzzers. All right, end of the first period here. Score is still 0-0.
I get the zone, their zone, my zone. Off. I get it. Get it all confused. No, ma'am. Say when. All right, welcome back, Toledo Cherokee fans. We are in the second period here at the Southside Arena in Grand Rapids. Sorry for being late. I had to get a few things in order before I made my grand appearance here. So let's catch you up to speed. We've got 14 minutes, 41 seconds left on the beginning of the second period here. Got a 0-0 game so far. The Junior Guardians are looking for some redemption after last weekend's win against. All right, looks like we got a offsides. All right. We got Rig Harris and net tonight starting out for us. Boys are going to do a quick little line change here. We got Woofy and Albert back here on your D. Jetner's going to take the face-off for us. Nope, Jetner's going to be on a winger. We've got Jack Myers taking that face-off for us. Guardians are going to pop it in deep. Woofy's going to be able to pick that up. Gets a little squish on that boards. Can't make it out. Loses possession. Guardians are going to take a shot. Goes a little wide. Jetner's going to be maybe to scoop that up on the wall here. Still in the Guardians' possession. Taking a shot. Little scrum there. Woj is going to be able to pull that up on the boards. Woofy's going to scoop that up and throw it up to Jetner. Still in. Shot on goal. Just a little off. Still in their zone. Another shot taken. They're going to get it here one of these days. Woofy's battling hard in the corner. Jack Myers comes in. Can't stay on your feet, Woofy. Junior Guardians are going to pass. Little fumble there. Woofy goes back into the corner to try and grab that. And great pressure applied there. Wolf was able to just barely knock that out. Jack Myers is going to take it. We got a 2-on-1. Tosses it over to Wakevich. Wakevich! Let's go! There we go, folks. What a great way to start the game. Wolf was able to pop that up over to Jack Myers. Jack Myers over to Wakevich, and Wakevich sniped it in there. We got 13 minutes here in the second period. Toledo Cherokee up 1-0. Great start. Like to welcome back all our. What is it? Oh, it's terrible. It's terrible. You should have heard me in the office on Monday morning. My boss was like, "What'd you do all weekend?" You don't want to know. All right, we had Roman Signs taking the face off for us there. He's got his buddies Russo and Cones. Shot on goal, but they were able to scoop it up. I'd like to welcome back all our listeners here from last weekend. I know we've got some people watching from Ottawa River Yacht Club. Hopefully they'll be our sponsor for an after-game cocktail. Bomber's going to take a shot. Bounces it off a little. Picked up by Junior Guardians. You got Hubbard working hard to try to keep that away. Little pass in front of the net there by Guardians. Nothing able to happen. Hubbard's going to scoop this up. He's got his D partner, Bomer. He's going to toss it up the wall up here to Russo. All right. Roman and Hubbard working back here in the corner. Brighton Russo flies in. He's going to pop that up the wall to Cam Cohn, see if he can get that out. Back to Bomer. All right. Picked up by Reese. He's going to take a look. Battling a couple defenders there. He's going to send it around. And picked up by maybe. Nope. You got Wolf and Hubbard back. I'm sorry, Wolf and Albert back here on your D. Luchansky's going to be able to snag that from a defender there and back deep into their zone. Albert's going to take a look and send it hard up on the wall. Wolfie's going to have to grab that, send it hard up the wall to Sorovi. Sorovi passes it right over to Jack Myers. Jack Myers is cruising through the center. Evan Luchansky does a great job stopping there from the non-offsides call. Little fumble here. We were able to keep it in our zone. Picked up by Evan Luchansky. He's battling hard for the couple defenders. That loses possession. Great stick there by Jetner. Junior Guardians is going to take a look. Low shot there by Guardians. Picked up by Rigg. Jetner able to pick that up. He's moving it hard. Passes it over to Luchansky. Gets tied up between a couple defenders there. Bomer was able to stop that on the wall. He's going to take a look over to Jetner. All right, Bomer was able to pick that up, kept it inside. Jetner's going to look. He takes a shot. Oh! Did that go in? Wow, I think that hit the water bottle. Great shot by Holden Jetner, number 71. All right. That brings us up to 2-0 here in the second period. 10:22 left on the clock here. Boys are going to reset up here. You want me to say he needs to move his feet? Oh, Holden, you still scored, but you need to move your feet. That is for later when you view your clips. All right. Junior Guardians took a shot there, intercepted by Roman Signs. Signs pops it up to Woj. Got Woj and Cam Cones. Wow, that almost went in there. Hubbard and Albert is going to take a shot, picked up by Guardians. Are you still talking about that? All right, we got Roman Signs taking the face off for us. Pops this over to Woj. Woj pops over to Wolfie. Wolfie's going to take a little muffin there. Bounces off. Signs is going to pick it up again. He's circling. All right. Junior Guardian's going to dump that in deep. Wolfie's going to pick that up. Take a peek around. Send it up the wall. Back up to Sorovi. Sorovi's going to take a look. Passes it over to Roman. Robert and Sorovi and Wolfie joins the scrum here. Pops it out. Roman's going to be able to pick that up. Sends it across the ice over to Clausen. Little bounce there. Clausen does a little backhand. Sends it in deep. Got Wolfie and Hubbard back here for a change as your D. And that looks like it's an offsides call. All right. Wolfie's going to go take a break there. And we've got Hubbard and Bomer back here on D with Jack Myers getting ready to take the face-off for us. He was able to win that on the wall, but Junior Guardians snagged it and dumped it in deep. Hubbard's going to pick that up. Send it back to Bomer. Bomer's going to take a look. He does a hard dump. And Guardians able to pick that up. Oh, Jack Myers is on fire tonight. Applying some pressure, was able to pick that up. Kept it in our zone. Hubbard's going to take a slapper. Oh, that kid's going to be hurt. Oh! Wow. I think the deflection off the player somehow distracted him, and Jack Myers was able to pop that in there. Yes. Jack Myers was moving his feet. See what happens? Coach's corner. Yes. All right. We've got 8 minutes and 29 seconds left here in the second period. Junior Guardians are going to do a goalie change here. All right, get some fresh legs in here. We've got Holden Jetner taking the face-off for us with his buddies Brighton Russo and Evan Luchansky. You got Bomer and Hubbard back here on his D. Bomer's going to flip that up, send it deep. Brighton Russo's picking that up. Sends it over to Luchansky. Guardian's able to pick that up. Send it on the wall. Little chip there by Hubbard. Picked up by Jetner. Jetner's going to take a look. Pass it over to Brighton. Brighton working to try to figure that out. Luchansky picks it up. Junior Guardian's going to run this on the boards. Try to get past to Albert. Not happening. They pick it up again. Got to get our goalie back there in the net there. Everybody's good. Woofy takes a spill. No call there. I'm not quite sure what happened. Junior Guardians take a shot. Little deflection picked up by Jetner. Oh boy, Woofy goes back in the boards, picked up by Albert. Albert's going to take a look. He's going to pass it in front of our net. Over to Jetner. Jetner's going to dump and change. That's an icing call there. All right. We got Roman Signs getting ready to take the face off for us. Got Hubbard and Bomer back here on your D. Woj is going to apply the pressure. Woj wants that. Oh! Woj worked hard to try to get that. Junior Guardians was there to able to swipe that up. Roman Signs takes a look on that wall, little chip. Gets it back in behind Bomer, and it's out of bounds. All right, we got Roman Signs taking the face off for us again. Bomer's going to pick that up, pop it over to his D partner. Hubbard's going to dump it in deep. Give everybody a good chase. Little pop up in the air by Guardians. Trying to get him back behind our D, but Hubbard was able to pick that up. Big Junior Guardian applying some pressure. Picked up by Junior Guardians from Hubbard's pass, but Hubbard recovered. Hubbard looks again up to the... Gets in a little bit of a scrum back here. Back up on the wall. Woj is going to pop there. Knocked Roman Signs' boot. Roman's going to dangle one. Looking for Woj. He's going to go against the defender. Little toe drag there. They were able to pop it out. Picked up by Woj. Woj passes over to Woofy. Back to Woj. Back to Woofy. Woofy bobbles. Junior Guardians are going to look to dump that into the zone there. Picked up by Jace Albert. Jace passes it up the wall to Wakevich. Clausen comes flying in to apply some pressure. Signs and Woj have been out for a long time. They're finally going out for a change. All right. Puck is picked up by Woofy. Sent up the boards of Sorovi. Sorovi's looking. All right. Guardians are able to pop that out there. Come flying into the net. Tossed away. Back into the corner again. Wolf, Myers, Sorovi still applying the pressure. All right, center around the boards there, picked up by Guardians. Hudson Sorovi doing some pushing into the walls. There we go, picked up by Jack Myers, able to at least get it out of the zone as Wolfie and Albert go for a change along with Clausen. Bomer and Hubbard are back on our D. Big guy tries to get around Bomer. Able to be picked up by Hubbard, sends it around the boards. Sorovi's going to pick that up. A little toss there. There's an offsides. All right. Got Holden Jetner coming in to take the face-off for us. Russo and Lachansky joining the brigade. Toss over there to Lachansky. He's going to go buzzing up. He's got Jetner and Russo right on his coattails. He's going to take a look. Jetner gets tied up, takes a little fall. Guardians are going to scoop that up, send it up on the wall, try to get past Hubbard. He's going to pop it back in. Back to Brighton Russo. All right, send it around the boards. Bomer's going to be able to pick that up. He's going to send it over to Brighton Russo, pop up the wall. Brighton's going to take a shot, gets a little deflected. Hubbard's going to take a look, sends it back to Brighton. Brighton sends it back to Hubbard. Hubbard's going to do a special there. Oh, pop that kid probably right in the elbow. That's going to leave a mark. Brighton Russo grabs it. Oh, looked like a little backhand there, but looks like it went a little wide. Holden Jetner takes another shot. Deflection by the goalie, was loose there for a minute. Hubbard sends it back in deep to Luchansky to pick that up. He's tied between two defenders. Jetner comes flying in to help out. Russo goes back into the corner, see what he can do. Hubbard pokes again. Hubbard is a wall tonight. Brighton's going to dump it in before he goes. Nope, yep, Brighton's going to take a change there as Roman Signs and Wolfie join us. Hubbard takes another slapper. Wow, that thing's hard. Just a little wide. All right, we got a Junior Guardians picking that up. 2-on-1, great stick by Bomer. He was able to poke that away. Woj goes flying into the corner, see if he can make something of this. As he's got Cam Cones, Roman takes a little slide across the net. Nobody there to pick it up. Wolfie goes in hard, sends it back in. Junior Guardians are going to get caught up on the wall here by Jace Albert. Guardians picked it out. Lots of stray pucks going on here. Wolfie and Guardians go into the wall. Guardians are able to pop that out. He's got a guy flying in, takes a shot, just a little wide. Roman Sides picks that up, sends it on the wall. Guardians send it back in, back on the wall again. Hudson Sorovi and the kid off to the races. Picked up by Junior Guardians. All right, Junior Guardians is going to dump that in deep. We've got 1 minute, 42 seconds left here in the second period here at Southside Arena. Roman Signs is going to toe drag. He's got his buddy over here, Luchansky. He sends it over to Luchansky. Luchansky's still battling, sends it into the guts of the goalie. Okay, let's see if we can get something done here as we close in on the second period. Jack Myers is getting ready to take the face-off for us here. Hubbard and Bomer on your back. Russo and Lachansky rounding out this line. Junior Guardians are going to pop that over. Great job by Hubbard. He's going to pop it over to Brighton. Brighton takes a little pop, picks up in the air. Bomer was able to, great job by Bomer, was able to keep that in. And looks like we've got a slash call. Coming in by number 55, Brighton Russo, taking a penalty for us. All right. All right, we've got a minute and 30 here up on the board. TC on a penalty kill here. Killing this off for us, we got Hubbard and Bomer, Jetner and Woj. Junior Guardians are going to circle. Tosses it over to the corner there. All right, shot taken by Junior Guardians. No. Little squabble there. Couldn't make anything happen, even though it looked like would have been a perfect shot. Junior Guardians are still circling. Little pop there by Woj. Oh, great job. Oh, Jetner was able to intercept that. Need just a hard. Oh, boy. Bomer's going to. All right. Shot taken there by Junior Guardians. Rig is there. 25 seconds left here in the second period. Boys are going to do a line change here. So we've got Cam Cones, Jack Myers, Luke Wolf, and Jace Albert. Need to work hard to kill this sucker off. All right, Jack Myers is going to take this face-off for us. Junior Guardians are going to pick it up. They're circling around the top of the dots here. Shot taken by Junior Guardians, just a little wide, picked up. Junior Guardians are going to take a look. He's going to take a shot. Blocked by Rig. Oh, man. Rebound pass there, but went wide. Jack Myers is going to scoop that up. He's on a 2-off. All right. Great effort there by Jack Myers and the rest of the boys as we round out a 3-0 lead here heading into the third period. They win. Okay. All right, folks, we are back. We're here at the top of the third period. 2.5-hour drive up here to Southside Arena. Boys are looking good. Never knowing that long car ride, but I think we do pretty good here on these night games. So let's see if we can keep this momentum going here. Woofy and Jace. Cones and who is that? Jack Myers. Got 8 minutes left here on this penalty kill. Junior Guardians are going to rush past Jace. Oh, no. Oh. Just as the penalty here was ticking, Junior Guardians were able to slide right past, slide one in there. All right, we've got Holden Jetner ready to reset here, taking the face-off for us. With Woj and Sorovi. Wolfie and Albert still back here on the D. All right, Junior Guardians are going to dump that in deep as Wolfie goes storming into the corner with the Junior Guardian. He passes it up the wall to Woj, takes a little toss there. Little chip that sends it back in. Albert up to Wolf. Wolf up to Wokevich. Wokevich is trying to regain himself together. Pushes past. All right. Albert and Bomer come back in here in our D as we've got a junior guardian that's going to dump. Takes a shot on goal. Deflected by Rig. Bomer's going to pick that up. Slides it over here to Hubbard. Hubbard passes it up. Oh, great little chip there. Holden Jetner goes storming down against two junior guardian defenders. He's going to take a look, goes deep into the corner, tosses it right out in front, but nobody was there. Oh, man. Looks like Luchansky came out of nowhere to grab that. And it goes wide here. All right, Roman Signs ready to take the face off for us. He's going to win that, pass it over to Brighton. Brighton sends it back in deep. Luchansky's going to pick that up. Gets jammed into the walls here a little bit. Roman and Russo are ready to pick that out. Ooh, little elbow there to Roman. Bomer's going to pick that up and sends it back to Luchansky. Zips it around there as Brighton Russo comes flying around. Roman picks it up. Junior Guardians take a look. Bomer is able to pick that up. All right, Guardians are going to dump that deep and head for a line change. Bomer picks that up, sends it up the wall to Luchansky. Chansky, little chip over to Roman. Roman takes a look. He's going to cruise past as he enters the zone, slides it over to Russo. Russo's going to do a little dangle. Loses it there a little bit. Junior Guardians pick it up. We got a 2-on-2 here as they battle against Albert. Great stick by Albert as he knocks that away. Picks it up to Brighton. Brighton chips it on the wall there. Guardians pick that up. D-to-D pass. Wolfie does a little backhand. Can't make anything happen as Junior Guardians pop that out of there. Junior Guardians take a shot, goes way wide, stays in the zone. Need a hard pass out of the zone here. Picked up by Cones. Cones applying some pressure. All right. Shot on goal there by Junior Guardians. Rig was right there to take that in. All right. Wolfie and Albert going in for a line change. Albert and Hubbard here join us. As we've got Jetner taking this face off for us. He's going to win and pop it over. Junior Guardians take a shot. Goes way wide. Oh, great little block there by Sarovi as it goes out of bounds. All right, Jetner's going to slide that face off for us again. Oh, kicked away by Rig there. Bomer's going to pick that up. He slides it across the way over to Clausen. Woj applies some pressure as Junior Guardians circle around. Hudson Sarovi's going to go in there and try to see. Picked up by Junior Guardians as they slide it over. Bomer passes it up to Woj. Woj slides it past. Oh, little bobble there by Junior Guardians. Woj was able to pick that up. Guardians still have possession as they knock it deep into our zone. Rig is going to pick that up, and he's going to cover. Oh. What is that? All right, we got some fresh legs out here as Wolfie and Albert join with Russo. Roman Signs takes that face off for us. He's going to pop it over to Luchansky. Luchansky and Russo go on a 2-on-1. Luchansky takes a look. Deflected there by Junior Gardens and couldn't make anything happen on that play. Roman applies some great pressure. Junior Guardians are going to look on the wall. Jace Albert with a great stick and pops it back up to Roos. And that's going to be looked like an offsides call. All right, face off here at the blue line. Signs it's going to battle hard. Yeah, there we go. Albert pops it up to Russo. Russo pops it up. There we go. Wolfie does a little chip up the wall to Luchansky. Junior Guardians take a little tumble there as Signs takes a little, cruises around the back end. He's going to look, and there we go. Wow. Boy, was that pretty. Hey, pretty. Great shot there by Roman Signs. Came around the net, got a little through traffic. That'll put your Toledo Cherokee up 4-1 here with 9:46 left here in the. Are we in the third period? Yeah, here in the third period. All right, we got Jack Myers lined up to take our face-off for us with Cones and Sorovi. Wolfie's going to get that face-off and drive it hard into the zone there. Pushed away by Jack Myers and picked up by Junior Guardians. They're going to send it up on the wall to Jace. Jace smacks it back in. Sorovi knocks it into our zone. Got a little cherry picker back there behind Jace. Big guy takes a shot way wide. Got right past Wolfie. Thankfully, that went wide. Sorovi throws it back up in the wall. Wolfie and Albert go for a line change. Hubbard and Bomer join us as Sorovi goes for a line change. Holden Jetner comes flying in. See what happens when you move your feet, Holden. He intercepted that puck, dumps it into the zone there. Brighton Russo goes flying in to chase that as the Junior Guardians send it up the wall. All right. Bomer able to snap that up. Holden Jetner right there. Goes battling through, gets knocked away. Woj is going to pick that up. Pops it out to Jetner. All right, Junior Guardians are going to pick that up. Little ping pong game back and forth here. Oh, man. All right. Junior Guardians are going scrambling down our zone. It was knocked away by Hubbard. All right, Junior Guardians are going to pop it over to their deep. Send it deep into the zone. It's going to be picked up. They're circling here as Hubbard throws a stick at them. Not literally. Oh, great job. Knocked away by Brighton Russo. Brighton Russo goes storming down as 2-on-1. Oh, couldn't make anything happen there. Junior Guardians send it across the ice there as Wolfie's going to battle it. All right, popped away by Wolfie. Evan Luchansky was able 3-on-1. He's solo. Gets knocked away a little bit and around the corner there. Picked up by Guardians. Braxton Clausen doing a great job. Roman Signs picks it up. Came out of nowhere. He's going to take a look. He pops it over to Wolfie. Wolfie's going to pop it over. Slides it over to Albert. Albert takes a shot. Just looks like on the backside of that net there. Guardians take a look. Swiped again by Roman. He's going to head full force in with two defenders on him. Braxton Clausen right there as Roman Signs tried to slide that over him. Kept in by Evan Luchansky. Bomer's going to pick that up. Slides it right in front of that net. Picked up by Guardians. He's going head-to-head with Hubbard right there. Great poke check by Hubbard. Oh, little pass to the ice. Across the ice pass there by Clausen. Roman was right there, but picked up by Junior Guardians. Guardians go storming through the center zone here, up the middle. You got Bomer and Hubbard right there. He's going to take a shot, but right in the guts of Rig, no go. All right, 6 minutes and 22 seconds left here in the ball game, folks. Jack Myers is going to slide back in here and take that face off for us. Bomer and Hubbard throw it up the boards to Sorovius. He does a little poke check. Oh, was able to pop that out. He's going to take a look across the ice. Cam Cones right there as Cam goes storming down. He's going to take a look. Knocked away by Junior Guardians up the wall. Wolfie able to pick that up, slides it back over to his D partner, Jace Albert. Jace is going to knock it in hard. We're going to get an icing call there. All right. Puck gets reset back into our zone here. Jack Myers is going to line up again, take that. Boys are working hard to see if they can get that out of there. Jack Myers is going to throw it up the wall. Sorovi going to work as he pops that. Least out of the zone there. Not today, Luke. Not today. Get it out. Let's go. All right, Jason's going to pick that up. Sends it up on the wall to Sorovi. Jack Myers and Sorovi battling against one. Jack Myers pops it over to Cam Cones again. Oh, Cam Cones is going to pop it out. He's going to take a look. Knocked away again by Junior Guardians. Great effort there by Cam Cones. Junior Guardians are storming down. Brighton Russo and Luke Wolf there. Sent around the boards there. Jace Albert takes a look. Back up on the boards to Cam Cones as he fights through two. Loses possession. Jace Albert takes a pop, picked up by Junior Guardians. Boys were able to recover that. Pops it back to Cam Cones. Cam Cones is going to dump it and go for a change. Russo and Jetner still swarming around trying to make something happen. As Wilkevich comes flying in. Hubbard with another poke check there. Shot on goal there by Junior Guardians. Rig was right there to scoop that up. All right, Holden Jetner ready to take that face off for us. All right. Puck sent deep into our zone. Hubbard and Bomer are working. Junior Guardians picking that up with Bomer applying pressure. Need to get these sticks moving. Oh, great job by Rig. Puck got into the possession of Junior Guardians. Slapper was done. No go. Rig was right there. All right, Jetner lining up again to take this for us. Oh, no. Little slide off the face-off there. Just went through. Junior Guardians able to slide one past. It's bringing the score currently to 4-2. 4 minutes and 13 seconds left here in the third period. Looks like we got a little issue with the net here. Don't worry, the Toledo boys will handle it. Roman's an expert. All right, we're going to reset here with Roman Signs getting ready to take this face off for us. Bomer and Hubbard back here on D. Luchansky and Clausen. Hubbard's going to grab it and dump it in deep. Roman's doing a good job chasing with Clausen. Sends it up the boards. Great stick again by Hubbard. He's going to send it back to Clausen and Signs. Signs is going to take a look. He's still taking a look as he's battling through a couple defenders. They send it up the boards. Evan Luchansky's there, sends it back. It's going to be scooped up by Braxton as he's battling through two big defenders. Roman goes in to help. All right, Junior Guardians going to run up the wall here. He's still going through how many defenders? 1, 2, 3. Still going. Not quite sure how that happened, but out of the zone there. Clausen goes to take a change as Hudson Sarovi joins us on the ice. Roman goes, able to grab that. He's going through center ice. Picked up by Junior Guardians as they pop a little shot there. Popped out by Rigg. Picked up by Bomer. Bomer's going to send it up on the wall to Luchansky. Luchansky sends it hard as they all go for a change here. And that's an icing call. All right, Jack Myers lined up to take the face-off for us. What a great game for him, and we're taking a timeout. All right, quick timeout there by Junior Guardians. All right, we're going to set up here. Jack Myers lined up again with Wolf and Albert. All right. Jack Myers able to squeeze that face off over to Cam Cones. It sends it deep. Goalie is pulled. We have currently a 6-on-5 here as the Junior Guardians are going to take a look. Moving up through the center, you're going to interrupt here with Jack Myers. Wolfie's going to pick that up. Does a chip on the wall. Junior Guardians pick that up as... Oh, yeah. Oh! Little squish there on the boards from two Cam Cones. Sends it deep into the zone as Hudson Sarovi applies some pressure. Cam Cone's still there to pick it up with Wolfie. Working on the boards. Gets it past. Oh, boy. Get that down. Little scrum. Oh, there we go. Little scrum there in front of our net, but able to get it out. Junior Guardians are circling with 1:46 left here in the game. No goalie here, so we're trying to figure out how to pick that up. Oh, Cam Cones moved his feet. Chips it in. Oh, just a little off there. All right. Gonna reset then. All right, Holden Jetner's going to take this face off for us. He pops it over to Hubbard. Oh, boy. No, no, no. All right. Chipped on the wall here. Boys are battling hard. Jetner able to peel that out. He's battling on the wall. Picked back up by Junior Guardians as he storms the line with three of the boys, TC boys, Brighton Russo applying great pressure. Loses possession. Hubbard's going to pass it over to Bomer. Bomer passes it up. Brighton Russo right there. Oh, we got the pinch. Oh, he does a great chip. Woj is there. Brighton is going to, oh, man, hit the post. Just 1 centimeter more. All right, Bomer's going to grab that. He's going to slide around. He's looking up the wall. Passes it up to Woj. Holden Jetner's going to be able to grab that back to Junior Guardians possession. 39 seconds left here. They go for a whole line change. One player without a stick here. All right. Jetner and Bomer making the wall here. All right. Great pop out there by Woj. He's going to send it in our zone with 19 seconds left. All right. Junior Guardians slide a little bit. Lose possession. Deep into our zone with 7 seconds left. Roman Science comes flying in. Oh, Roman's going to take that. All right. Take it. Oh, man. All right. That will end the game here at the Southside Arena here in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Your Toledo Cherokee able to pull this off tonight. Doubling down here on the Junior Guardians, a 4-2 score. We're back here tomorrow against another team that wants the redemption, Fox Motors, at 1 o'clock. We hope you tune in. Have a great night.